What is going on, everybody? Welcome back for our final matchup of the first round. We're heading to the top of the top here as we have Godfathers taking on Nebula in the Titan League. I'm Rockerman, joined in the booth by Ventus. Ventus, how are you feeling tonight?
Doing pretty good, pretty good. I mean, I had a tough loss yesterday and got knocked out of the playoffs, but overall, I'm super excited to cast this game. I know all of the players on these two teams. I've teamed with them before. All of them actually. Played with them before and know just how good all these players are. So I'm super excited to be able to actually cast their game. Especially since I do know them all. In case I hadn't said that already.
Yeah.
But it should be a great series. Both these teams are definitely juggernauts, and I'm excited to see some high mechanical gameplay here.
Yeah, definitely. It's gonna be a spicy one for sure here. And Ventus, I'm gonna quickly bring up the bracket to take a look at here, so we can all see kind of what's at stake here. We've had one of our semifinal matches take place. Well, take place in quotes. Unfortunately, it was a forfeit. But yeah, Ventus, we got the Titan League bracket. What can you tell us?
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at Inferno versus Venganza, and I know Venganza got a little forfeit win over the Spartans. I heard Mercy wasn't able to make it, and that matchup would have been really tough, and that would have been a really close game. But yeah, obviously, Venganza moving on to take on Inferno, and Inferno obviously the favorites, the number one seed. But I mean, really in Titan, I can't look at records too much because so many of the losses in Titan were due to sub ups, inactivity. A lot of these Titan players don't necessarily care about the regular season, but postseason is really when it comes down to, and all the players show up. Except for Mercy, obviously, being on the Spartans, but
Well,
that should be a great matchup. I'm not sure whether that'll be on Monday or Wednesday yet, but I mean, obviously, now Godfathers versus Nebula going to play the winner of them playing Pinnacle, and so that one's also going to be a very good matchup.
yeah, it is going to be a very good matchup, and well, we're going to get things underway here, and we're going to get things under the way very quick here as Nebula and Denzi, well, only 5 seconds into this.
Yeah, I mean, just a kickoff goal. Zin gets an extra dunk there on the cheat, and Denzi just able to put away a free shot, free goal, and I really want to talk about this Denzi and Zin duo. I mean, I teamed with them for a season in Titan League, and their chemistry is off the charts. They play together all the time. They really know what each other are doing and how each other play, and so I'm really looking forward to being able to see that here today, especially with North being able in the third man is a super solid player as well. So I'm definitely looking out for those two in general, but we'll see with obviously Godfathers is a super good team as well, and Logan and Zen both known for their fast mechanical play. So we'll see, who's really able to take it out, whether it's going to be the duo or the solo plays.
Yeah, definitely going to be interesting, and I have seen pretty much, I've seen most of these players here, and I actually have seen that duo, Zinvez and Denzi, on Pinnacle at one point, which is my own org, so I've seen them, well, I've seen them separately, not together. So they've been there on separate separate occasions, so not together. So I am curious to see what this duo can do here. Obviously, both these teams had a great season thus far, and going to make it to the playoffs here. Both coming in at 7-7 here, and that one is going to be sent all the way in. And that's just the man we were talking about, Mr. Zinvez, going to bang it into the net, and a 2-goal lead for Nebula here to kick things off here in this game number one. They are not messing around, that is for sure. And like I mentioned, Zinvez, he is a very solid player, and Nebula not to be fooled around with here in this game, as they're going to put it in the back of the net, and a 2-0 lead for them. It's a great start on their end, as we're going to keep things rolling here in game number one. The Godfathers got to look to find a bounce back. We didn't really talk too much about the rosters. They were too busy scoring for us to introduce them. But the Godfathers in the tan here tonight, with Zen, Logan, and Zenix. And then we talked a little bit Nebula with North, Denzi, and Zinvez. And Ventus, what can you tell us? We didn't really talk too much about the Godfathers there, but what can you tell us about the players on that other end there?
Yeah, I mean, Logan, super fast, very mechanical player, but I mean, one of the players that I'm really most interested to see is Zen. I mean, he's known to be a little hot-headed at times, and that might become a factor in this series, especially if the other team starts demo chasing, or as we see a demo chase come out by Logan in an attempt to open the scoring. But I mean, Zen's super high level of mechanics and really fast paced as well. And so Zenix's gonna play that solid third man role, but he's no stranger to shooting the ball on target either. Is a nice shot there and another shot from Logan which comes out. But I mean, these players are all super solid and I mean very mechanical. I mean, the amount of double resets and I've seen Zen do more sidewalls than I can count. So I mean, being able to watch them, really look out for their mechanics.
Yeah, I agree, and it's been honestly a joy to see the Titan League this season with how great of an MMR increase we made here. Titan League going up to 1785 MMR. So these players have definitely been up in the stakes here. We've got a lot of great players getting the top MMR up to 2075 for that upper cap boundary, and North is one of those ones on that side, and he'll definitely be the one to watch out for. And like you mentioned, a lot of mechanics all the way around the Titan League. It's what we love to see. Best of the best here in Nemesis, as right now Nebula proving to be that better team in the moment. This ball blocked up. Logan looking to give chase. You're going to take the dribble, going to take it slow, and he's going to take it in to the back of the net.
I mean, a great play there. Just a little bit of a solo play, a little bit of mind games there against Zen, and able to keep it away from North as North not able to dive back fast enough to get a touch. And just a great solo play by Logan. And that's kind of what I talked about a little bit earlier with these solo plays coming out from Logan and Zen. And obviously Zenix no stranger to being able to pull off some crazy plays, but he's much more of that third man. Let Zen and let Logan kind of do their thing and play off of those two. So I mean, it's really going to come down to what plays Logan and Zen can make, and it was a great play there for Logan.
And Zen last season on the bananas in that Titan League championship, so he's definitely got some experience here in the Nemesis postseason. So again, we're gonna look to him a lot as well to try to make those plays. And right now, Nebula getting onto this game 1 lead here. Looking to add to it. North gonna pop it up, pushing towards the middle. Double commit comes through from the Godfathers, but Logan gonna get back to it. Gonna find that double. Zenix sending it down. Godfathers looking to find one here. The remaining time left. This one off the corner. Big bump comes out. This ball again off the corner with Tenzi. A great touch. Able to get back to it. This one sent down. Zenix looking for the redirect. Oh my goodness, he hits it off the crossbar. Is there a follow? Tenzi trying to get up. And Logan, he can't quite put it down, but that was a huge opportunity. A big fake from Denzi, and that ball getting pushed all the way down, and Nebula are going to hold on.
Yeah, and hold on is definitely the word I would use to describe that ending of that game. I mean, so many close chances there for Godfathers, and Zenix with a great shot, just slightly too high, bouncing right off the crossbar. And if Zenix scores that shot there, or if it just goes bar in, as a little bit more lucky, and this game could have been completely different. I mean, Nebula opened up the scoring, going up 2-0, but yeah, I think one of those was a kickoff goal. And I mean, the other one came very early, so Godfather's maybe not settled into their gameplay yet. But I mean, other than that, Godfather's looked very solid and very cohesive together, which is really good. And I think this will shape up to be a very long series.
Yeah, hopefully for the content, we'd love that there. And Godfathers, they were definitely bringing the shots. They're leading 9-7. Also grabbing 5 demos on the way through in that game number 1, but unfortunately it wasn't quite enough. Nebula able to make it happen there, able to take that 1-0 series lead here. Love to see if they can continue on. But just I don't look too much into titles, like in-game titles as the game goes on. But you spoke about chemistry on one side here. Obviously, want to see how the Godfathers can do chemistry-wise. But I was looking at this Nebula squad, and they got 3 RLCS Challenger titles here from this past season. So I think these guys might have a little experience playing some real high-level Rocket League together.
Yeah, definitely. But I also know that Logan and Zen also have the RLCS 2024
Oh,
challengers. I believe Xenix might as well, but they
okay.
they just chose to not rock them. Overall, I mean, super high level. I know. I believe Logan made top 64 in RLCS last season. So obviously very high skill ceiling for the Godfathers, and I know Denzi and Zen. I believe placed top 96 or maybe 64 as well, and a different qual. And so, I mean, obviously, super high level gameplay from all around from this group. So, I mean, should be really interesting, but it should be a lot closer than might lead on with the 2024 challenger roles.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's why. Like I said, I don't look too much into roles, but you see it and you're like, wow, that's pretty interesting there. And this one looks to be almost a great pass down, but not quite gonna find its way through. Is Logan? He's trying to get that one down and in, but yeah, we didn't even really touch on that Nebula early goal. They've done it once again with those early goals, and Godfather's just trying to find a way to answer back here. And Nebula with that quick early speed, they give him that one. Is this one? Popping down but north. A good touch. This one gonna be sent down out in the corner here. Jump up from Denzi. Trying to find that touch. Looking to drop it down. Logan. Sends it out there. This one gonna float around in the midfield. Zen. Gonna have to get a touch here. Maybe they'll find this one off the corner. Zenix gonna take control. Gonna flick it by one. Gonna stay with this. This one towards the ceiling. Zenix trying to get out to it. Looking to drop it down. Finding a way there, but the demo came through. Zen getting erased off the pitch there, and not able to find their way through. So we're seeing some demos here, Ventus. We saw a couple in that game number 1, but a lot of consequential demos here to start off game 2.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. We saw the demo there for Nebula on Zen, really opening up that midfield and taking away all that pressure that Zinx was able to achieve by beating 2 players there and going for the ceiling shot, just trying to pass it to somebody. But with that demo and the demo there as well, trying to just disrupt this Godfather's team. And, I want to touch on it also being multiple on Zen. And so, maybe Zen with his hot-headedness, people know him as a hothead. So maybe he'll start to get upset and maybe play worse from these Nebula demos.
Yeah, and that's something you don't really think too much about. We talk a lot about play styles and how people play, but there's a big mental side to Rocket League for sure. And if you got the scouting report, you gotta sometimes you just gotta try to use it to your advantage. You take whatever advantage you can get when you're at the top of your game here, trying to win a championship for your team, for your org. And right now, Nebula in poised position to make it to the semifinals. Winner of this match can be taking on Pinnacle at 2 seed. As this one back in the corner, Denzi gonna get it by 1, trying to get it by 2nd, but this ball dropping right down the middle, and Zen is gonna come through, and he's firing it in.
Yeah, Zen just doing it all by himself on this one. I mean, Logan got a little bit of a force there to put it right in the way of Zen, but a great 50 there by Zen, and just able to stay in that play with another solo play. And something is that I wanted to touch on is like a lot of these Godfathers plays are going to be that solo play, and so I wonder if Nebula is going to be able to start shutting them down. As I haven't seen Godfathers really do many like passing plays yet, but I've seen Nebula with plenty of chemistry showing out. I know they had a couple of team pinches in this series so far, but I wonder if that will divulge or if it'll start falling apart if Godfathers start going up in the series.
Yeah, no, that could be true, and goes back to mention. I think we're assuming that these 3 were teaming in those RLCS quals, so they've got the chemistry. Whereas some of the other players on Godfathers weren't on the same team in those quals. So that just goes to experience. To make it that far in the quals, you got to have experience, and this one gonna be a poor experience for Nebula, and it's gonna find the back of their net. Zen strikes for a second.
Yeah, it's just so unfortunate if you're Zen. I mean, it's a little bit of a bad challenge because you're just challenging in the corner with no boost, and there's not really many options that will turn into. And so the pinch there really just super unfortunate, going right to Zen. And obviously the third man of Nebula not expecting that touch either to come out, and so not able to react in time. Just a super unfortunate play for Nebula. But I mean, obviously Godfathers will take what they can get as they go up in game 2 since they're already down in the series.
Yeah, they're looking to try to tie this series up, give us some good content here. Yeah, this one popping up down in the midfield. That one can be touched out, but Logan, he's there trying to turn it back in. Nebula looking to pinch that one out, but only so far as Zenix. Zenix gonna send it up high, looking to stay with it, trying to take it under. Looking for the fake in the 50 down low. Great idea, but Nebula gonna be wise to it. Able to get it away as Zinvez pops it up. Was looking for Denzi again, or maybe North. This one drops back down. Last chance for Nebula to try to find something. Hot shot at Ned. We're seeing the Godfathers use some boost with the ball dropping in the corner, rolling on the ground, still in the corner, and it's gonna touch the ground just in time. The Godfathers gonna hold on and tie the series up at 1 apiece.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a good win from the Godfathers. Kind of lucked out as, the second goal, the one that they were able to take the lead on was, just a pinch in the corner gone awry. And so the Godfathers really, not necessarily squeaked out the win as they were looking pretty solid as, they outshot 10-6 there. As we can see, and the demo is pretty consistent between the two teams, as 5 demos to 4, pretty even, but super close game still. And I think that's really what this entire series is going to be, is really close back and forth play. And, once one team really seizes that momentum is really going to be the series difference maker there. And, it might go back and forth. We might see Nebula win game 3 and Godfathers win game 4 again. But once we see a team take 2 games in a row, I think it is really when we're going to see that momentum start to shift.
Yeah, we'll have to see here as we'll be heading into game number 3 between these two teams to see who can come through and squeak out that win. As got our series all tied up here. Stenzi gonna take it to the corner. We'll have to see who can really battle through and find this win. We've seen it many times so far in this playoffs, in this postseason. This game number 3 can often be that turning point in the series, and both these teams at 1 apiece. Trying to look for that turning point. North dropping it down, looking to fire a shot, but Zen, great defense to get it back up here. Logan in control, dropping it down. A great pass, but a great save comes through North. He's gonna find it. His Godfathers, they tried to push it back in, but not meant to be a fired shot again. North is gonna get back one more time, and oh my goodness, the defense from North. And that is what you expect from the top player on Nebula.
Yeah, I mean, great saves all around. And almost a double tap attempt here off the post. A save by Zen, going for his crazy save there by Zen. And we were just talking about North's amazing saves, and Zen obviously able to put up a crazy save there. But I mean, North really that savior here for this Nebula really early, because this 5 shots from Godfathers, 6 now, have really been adding that pressure. And so having that stable rock on defense in North and that defensive prowess is a potential goal. Might be coming here. Zenix just not able to get there in time, but I mean, really solid play around. And I wanted to shout out Zen with that great save there, and an air dribble there. Zenix able to get a follow-up touch and off the post and in. A great shot there. An unfortunate touch, I believe by Denzi. Just not able to make that save. Oh, Zinvez there. Just slightly too slow, not able to make the save on this time.
Yeah, no, they were making some crazy saves, and that highlight play by North was interrupted from the save to the double tap there. They're going to be denied, and someone who's not going to be denied right here is Zen.
Yeah, I mean, just a great play, a good play there by Zenix, just able to get the pass off and the boost steal, and Zen just really able to put it around Denzi, as Denzi was the last back, having to cover a lot of the goal. Maybe not the best of positions, as he was in the middle of the net, but not able to cover all the angles, and obviously Zen's gonna find the hole there in the defense and put one away.
Yeah, and Zen, like you mentioned, another great player there on this Godfather squad. As this Godfathers team, we didn't really get to talk too much about it earlier, Ventus, but this team has made so many roster moves this season. I couldn't even write them all down because there was so many. There was 18 attempted transactions in Season 11 from this Godfathers team, so they were not messing around trying to find what worked for them, and what worked for them has gotten them to this point with this 3-man roster.
Yeah, and I know that Zen and Zenix were both teammates with Brandon on Venganza at one point, but obviously LK, the GM, elected to drop both those players in favor of Rockiers, and not being able to hold all that cap space. Is Zen and Xenix both slightly lower salaries, but obviously still, I believe, mid 1800 salaries, and so having to pick up a 2075 in Rockiers, just not able to keep both of them or even one of them on the roster, with Brandon, who's another 2075, and a potential shot here by Logan, gonna take that open net. It's just a counterattack and unravels there, and North just not able to get that sidewall. Logan really beats out Denzi trying to cover for the mistake from North, and takes a free goal there. And now the Godfathers are up 3-0, and I was talking about this momentum shift. If Godfathers can really take this game and really solidify the change in momentum, I believe Godfathers could potentially just win out in this series with how well they've looked. I mean, they've put Nebula on the back foot almost the entirety of Game 3, and a lot of Game 2 as a 50 comes out from Zenix, and it's just gonna find the back of the net. I mean, a good 50 there by Zenix, and just a slight misplay by Denzi is trying to cover for Zin there. I mean, it's the right play, but you got to really think about how you're positioning in those situations, and just a little change map ask for the Godfathers, but obviously that hasn't done or acclimated to much, as Godfathers almost able to get a 5th goal there. I mean they've just looked so dominant in this series.
All right, now listen, I was hoping we were going to let that one slide, Ventus, but apparently Zenix does not care. I forgot to switch the map in between the game, and I was beating myself up about it. I was like, crap, I forgot to change the map there, and then he has to go and call me out there. But we will change the map, all right? I was working on it, so we'll get there. But like you mentioned, the map doesn't seem to be too much of an issue right now for the Godfathers, as they are stomping in this game number 3. And they are 4-0, looking to give themselves this 2-1 lead, as this one is going to be fired in the net. Zinvez maybe finding one back here.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great demo there. And North trying to pre-flip 50 Zenix, but Zenix trying to play into that 50. But since the touch didn't come out from North, it ended up being a pass to Zinvez. Logan with 0 boost, trying to get back from the awkward spawn. And Zen I believe got bumped as well, as another demo comes out by North. Maybe Nebula's trying to change up their game plan, go a lot more demo heavy on this Godfathers team. But I mean, Godfathers have still looked so dominant that one goal there by Nebula isn't gonna change my opinion on how this series is gonna go.
Yeah, no, they were able to get the 1, but they're gonna need to find 3 more in rapid succession, and in the Titan League, those goals aren't going to be very easy to come by, especially when you're trying to make a comeback here. Godfathers can look to park the bus, as Speed was saying in the last series. They're trying to drop this one down here. Going to be sent out. Denzi pushing this one back in, but it's going to be cleared away. We're down to the final seconds here of game number 3. The ball going to go off the corner. It's going to be popped up. Nebula looking for one more for the road here, trying to get a little bit of momentum, but this ball going to be pushed out to the side here. Godfathers going to find one more touch, and that is going to do it there for game number 3. So the Godfathers Ventus with a really just dominating, secure performance from them in that one to take the lead.
Yeah, definitely, and they all played very well. I mean, Zenix 2 goals, 1 assist, 2 saves, and Zan a goal, and assist, and 3 saves, and so they're all really doing their part. And it's not like there's been one player that's really had to make that be that difference maker for this Godfathers team. But it seems like North, having to be that rock on defense, having to obviously make the assist for Nebula to score their 1 goal. And so it seems like Denzi and Zin are more heavily relying on North than this Godfathers roster is. They're all pretty in sync and all rearing to go. So I mean, it's gonna be really difficult for Nebula to retake this momentum.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have to see if they're able to do it. Is this one that can be sent in? And this is a very crucial point here, Ventus. Like we saw in that last matchup here, this game right here can be the difference between going down 3-1 in the series for Nebula or having a 2-2 ball game. So it's really pivotal. I think more so for Nebula, but also on the other side, Godfathers could find this 3-1 lead. It'd be massive.
Yeah, it definitely would be massive, and a couple misses come out there from both sides, and a miss from Zen. So we'll see if they're able to recover. But I mean, yeah, obviously, very pivotal moment for both these teams, and really a very pivotal moment in the entire series. So it'll be really interesting to see whether Godfathers is able to start taking some aggression, or if Nebula trying to prove that they aren't just letting Godfathers have all the space and time, and as an onslaught of attacks come out here, but Godfather's doing well to stave those off. And a little low boost here is actually North is going to end up being able to put a goal in. As it looked like a lot of the players on Godfathers were just boost camping, waiting for that boost to spawn.
Yeah, and I think there's a little bit of a double commit there on that one. It looks like Zen also a challenge on that ball in the midfield, and the Godfathers, that is not gonna lock you down on the defensive end there, and prevent Nebula from scoring. Is able to find that one and looking to battle back here. Is, oh my goodness, look at this redirect from Zen. He's gonna fire that one in. What a shot by him to tie this one up.
Yeah, and I mean, talk about the tough mechanical play there. What a redirect! I mean, the skim touch there from Zen was super difficult to get, and I mean, we even see a little passing play there. Great touch by Logan. I don't think if Logan didn't touch that ball perfectly, I mean, Zen wouldn't have been able to be able to make that touch. So I mean, a really great pass there by Logan, and an amazing shot by Zen.
Oh, they might have another follow-up here. North is gonna send it in, and once again, the Godfathers caught with no boost.
Yeah, and it might be a little bit over reliant on the large boost pads, as we see Zen and Xenix both going over those large pads with no boost on it, and so maybe just relying a little bit too much on the large pads, maybe needing to play a little bit more of the small pads. But a free jump there off the ceiling from Logan, definitely an interesting play. I mean, obviously this Godfathers team has not lost any confidence, even going down in this game 4.
Yeah, and that's what you love to see from these Titan League teams is, they're not going to lose confidence too often here. I think all of them understand, how competitive the Titan League has been this season. I mean, the last spots came down at the very last second of the season pretty much there. And, well, the very last match, at least, of the season, as Venganza was able to squeak their way in. Dragons unfortunately fell out, but it's a 3-way tie at 7-7 here. And then, I mean, Pinnacle and Spartans, the 2 and 3 seed there, only one match up there at 8-6, and Inferno, the top seed, 9-5. So really, this Titan League was super competitive all season long. As, oh my goodness, and we're trying to go for these redirects again on the other side. Look at the double tap. Oh my goodness, this Godfather's team is styling.
Yeah, I mean, a great redirect by Logan there. Not the touch, obviously, that he wanted. And, Zen and Xenix both going up for the play, both wanting to go for that double touch on their own. But obviously, Zen going to be just a little bit faster than Xenix there. And, able to get that and able to put away that double touches. North just zero boost, not able to, obviously, you put a hand up, but Zen just placed it around him. And, I mean, a great shot by Zen there.
Zen, he's been putting a lot of goals in the back of the net tonight there. And another great one from him is he's trying to lead this Godfathers team, hoping to lead them back to the championship here. They were there in Season 8, fortunately lost to Phoenix in that one in 6. Couldn't quite close it out, and like I briefly mentioned in the last one, Sloth Syndicate still looking for their first ever championship. The last org looking to find one. So this Godfathers team, a little bit of pressure here on them. I don't know if they think about it too much here, relatively, but there is some pressure here to be that last org that hasn't got it. You really want to break through, especially Ventus as Nemesis has gotten more competitive here. I feel like every season has gotten more and more competitive as we'll have to hold that thought. North is going to put one in the back of the net.
Yeah, I mean, a great play there by Denzi. A nice little double reset. Able to get it over one, and North just able to beat the last player out. And Xenix not there yet, as he was just rotating back, just not able to be there in time for that save. But I mean, a great play by Nebula to put them up by one in the middle towards the end of this game. But as I say that, Godfather's able to muscle through a goal there. A great 50 from Xenix, even though he has so low boost. I mean, just able to play it right around North and still able to keep it in front of the net. Obviously, a nice follow there by Logan, able to capitalize on that 50 and a great equalizer there for the Godfathers, and a terrible mistake there for your Nebula.
Yeah, and that one was such a high IQ play right there by the Godfathers, using that boost to fake that you were going to go really fast at the ball and then find that low 50 was crazy. As speaking of crazy, how about a in and out save there coming off from the Godfathers, and watch out, Zen is floating on the ceiling. Denzi wise to that one. They would take it underneath him there, but Nebula trying to look for something north. Gonna pop it up here. Logan gonna be bumped out of the way, but fortunately for them, Zinvez can't quite put it on net there. As this one gonna be pushed by Xenix. Able to send it down, trying to find a teammate. Looking for a bump there, but Denzi in the corner. Zinvez taking it down. Denzi gonna push it up to the wall. Zinvez stole the boost. Looking to fire it down in the midfield, but Zen is there. Final 30 seconds here of this game number 4. Godfathers looking to put themselves up 3-1 here, trying to find it. It's on the backboard. Here comes a shot, but it's gonna be saved away, but not for long. Zen comes through with the hat trick, gonna send her home.
Yeah, a nice little follow through by Zen there. As Zenix really forcing that double commit on net with a great shot, and obviously Zen, realizing he has all the time in the world, just able to put a nice little shot on net to put them up by 1 with only 30 seconds left, and a very pivotal game for, obviously the game's not over yet. Crazy things can happen, but with this Godfathers team going up by 1 more goal, it just hopefully solidifies their lead, and they're able to take this win here as the clock dwindles down and it's still in Nebula's half. It looks like that it might just go the way of Godfathers here.
Yeah, and it is going to go in the Godfather's way here as they find another win, and a 3-1 series lead here for the Godfathers, able to battle back, led by Zen with 3 goals, some crazy shots there, some crazy saves coming out there, and the Godfathers really put the work in that last one. And Ventus, you have to it's that time of the night here, time of the series here, where you really got to consider that tactical timeout if you're Nebula.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you have to take it. You're down 3-1 now in the series, and you have not. Obviously, this game was a lot closer than I thought it would have been. Godfather started up 3-0, and at one point they were up 4-1. So I mean, really, or 3-1. Really close game, and Nebula was actually able to come back there and make it close. But unfortunately, Godfather's obviously getting the last goal there and taking the game. But you definitely need to take a timeout here for Nebula. I just don't see, even if it was close, you really got to talk just a little bit more about the game plan, and really dial in on what you need to improve on, what the difference is. And it looks like I believe Nebula is calling their timeout because they did not join the lobby. So I guess we'll get to talk a little bit more about the Nebula roster here, or maybe they're just waiting for North to rejoin. Oh, it looks like they're not using their timeout. I'm not really sure what's happening.
Well, we'll figure it out in the meantime. It looks like they're. Oh,
no, it looks like they're not.
It looks like they're not called their time. All right, fair enough here. I guess they're going on. But yeah. Regardless here, timeout or no timeout, sometimes Ventus, you don't really need the timeout. And I spoke on it a little bit in the last series. Or maybe it wasn't in the last series, but I spoke on it to some people earlier. Sometimes the games are just so close that you don't really need to call that timeout, and well, maybe they didn't need it. Tenzi is going to strike first.
Yeah, I mean, just a bad touch there by Logan, passing it right to Denzi as that last back, and not able to recover off of his poor touch, just allowing Nebula to take the lead here. I mean, it was obviously a free shot from Denzi, and he's not going to miss those. But I mean, obviously, just it was more of a mistake on the side of Godfathers than it was, a good play on Nebula. And so, I mean, Nebula obviously happy to take that first goal, and much needed one as they are down 3-1 in the series. But I mean, yeah, you definitely talked or touched on it about how teams don't have to use timeouts. I know when I was in my playoff series yesterday, we had we talked a lot in between games about what to improve just in the post game menu, and so we didn't have to use timeouts. It's a great shot there by Zen off the or Zinvez off the sidewall there, and Zen's just not able to read or the corner there. I apologize, and Zen's just not able to read that ball in time, and a great shot there, and Nebula going up 2-0, but really going back. I mean, a lot of the times when we are in that post game window, we had the ability to talk about that game and what we thought we needed to improve on, and so I definitely agree that timeouts are not needed. I think they definitely do help give a little more of a break. Give that mental reset as well, and really talk about your gameplay and what you need to do differently. But yeah, it's definitely not needed.
Yeah, it's a case by case thing, and yeah, like you mentioned, it's one of those things you got to talk with your team and figure out if the timeout's best for you and when to use it. It's a strategic thing only for the playoffs, so teams got to think about it. And like you mentioned, yeah, I was in our series. All the games are 1-goal games, super close, and like you said, you were just able to talk about things in between the games in the 60 seconds you have, and sometimes that's all you need, especially in the tight league. I feel like they're a lot less prone to call the timeouts as a big mistake comes out there by Zen, but fortunately his team gonna bail him out. But how long will they be able to bail him out here as they find themselves down by 2 here in this game at number 5? Looking to make something happen here, as this one could be flung towards the backboard, and you gotta find that read, and well, Zenny's not gonna mess that one up. He's gonna send her home.
Yeah, and I mean that's a crazy read by Zen. Not sure exactly where the bounce is going to go, but having full faith in his ability to read that play, just seeing that the ball is going to touch the ground before bouncing, and so it's going to pop out right perfectly to him, and he's there super fast to that ball and just able to get that shot. I mean, a great play there, and a good play by Zenix as well, getting the air dribble over one and then 15 the second one. I mean, a great play by both those Godfather players.
And now Zenix, he's got no boost, but he's still going to keep that ball in Nebula's zone. And now Nebula, a 1-2 goal lead, now a 1-goal lead. Got to see if they can find it back. It's a momentary 2-on-1. What a great touch there by Zenix, able to get away, but oh my goodness, they're running into each other. They're Nebula. Can they capitalize on the Godfather's mistakes? Not this time, as Zenix is going to find it clear, but North is going to send it right back. And one of those mistakes, especially in the Titan League, it may not lead to a goal right away, but it can lead to some things later on. And how about leading to that goal? What a redirect to find the back of the net there for the Godfathers to send that one in.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about the mechanical play of Logan and Zen. It's on full display right there. I mean, a great touch by Logan, just off the end of his car. A great skim, adding that speed to it so that Nebula is not able to react in time, and overall just a really great play.
Yeah, it was a great play, and now the Godfathers have tied this game up here, looking to end this series right here, right now, after Nebula went up 2-0 in this game. Now Nebula forced to be the ones that have to attack yet again. North to be the one attacking there. He sends it to the corner. Logan going to conserve his boost with his ball. Still dangerous, still rolling, still shooting there, but not quite going to find it into the net. As that one is going to be pushed away. Then popping this one towards the net. Got to make a touch here, North. Able to control. Looking to take this one, trying to grab the boost as well. Logan gonna find that 50. Ball popping out. Zenix gonna actually take it by Zen. A big miscue there. Gonna allow Nebula to break through and get back on the offense. A great pass down North. Looking back up, trying to find a little 3-man play with Zenix. He's gonna cut it off as a bump comes through there on the goalie. Not enough boost to get up, and Zinvez is gonna send it in. Nebula back out in front.
Yeah, and I mean that's a great bump there by Denzi on the last man back, and I mean a lot of communication issues from this Godfathers team, it looks like right now, and that might be the difference maker there. As Zenix took away a potential shot from Zen or a potential solo play, and allowed that pressure to to ease on the side of Nebula, and it allowed pressure to build against the Godfathers, and so and some more double commits as well happened. But really, it was that bump by Denzi that was really able to open up the play enough where Denzi where Zin was able to put a shot on target.
And that was a huge goal. Find the back of the net there as Nebula looking to send us once more to that good old Forbidden Temple for some Game 6. But the Godfathers Will they be denied? They're still looking to try to get a goal back here, try to at least force overtime in game number 5. This one sent down a redirect attempt, but a great touch by Zen. Able to get up in the way north. Find a touch, looking to keep control. Zenix, he's going to bang it down, looking to stay with this ball. Denzi on the top of one, but Logan is there, firing it down to Zen. Oh, Denzi comes through at the last minute, and Zen, he just has a knack of finding those spots, but Denzi, he was able to fill one of those just in time. Can he get up to this one? He can. Able to send it down north, trying to find a dagger. This ball's still floating. Nebula looking to get to game 6. This ball is actually going to be sent down. Denzi trying to race up to it. He's going to find a touch, able to clear it a long way. Nebula just got to let it touch the ground with the Godfathers. They're going to do everything in their power to keep this ball up. And oh my god, it's on the net, but Denzi, he's going to make the save at the last second. And he's going to send us to game 6 in Forbidden Temple.
Yeah, I mean, that was super close. I mean, 2 great saves there by Denzi at the end of that game, and you know, really made sure Nebula was able to secure that 1-goal lead there. And you know, another really close game there by Nebula and Godfathers. I mean, that game could have gone either way. I mean, obviously, it went the way of Nebula, but I mean, Godfathers had a lot of shot opportunities, and you know, they outshot Nebula again, what it seems like for the 3rd time in this series. And so I mean, it was just great play by Nebula just to hold on there and secure the win and force game 6.
Yeah, they're gonna be able to force that one out here, and well, we're gonna have to see what's gonna happen on the good old Forbidden Temple. What can happen in the Titan League playoffs here on Forbidden Temple? We haven't seen it yet in season 11 for the Titan League, but we're about to see it here. And Ventus, what do you need to see from Nebula as we continue on for them to try to force this game 7?
You know, I haven't really seen much of many passing plays between Nebula. I mean, it's been a lot of counterattacks, and then obviously capitalizing on the mistakes from Godfathers. But I mean, overall, it seems like Zinvez, you know, it was really the only one who has gotten assists for this team, and so I really hope that Nebula is able to start finding each other and putting some nice infield passes together to create some goal scoring opportunities, because it feels like they've been missing something in their gameplay, and I definitely think that's what it is.
Yeah, they're trying to get this ball out of their zone. Not able to do it this time. But yeah, Nebula looking to fight back from this 3-1 deficit as Zen is up with Zenix, and Zinvez trying to get that one. All the Z names, they didn't really talk about that too much. So you got Zen, Zin, and Z all in the same lobby here, and it's gonna be another Z, Denzi, gonna put it in the back of the net.
Yeah, definitely some tongue twisters there, you know, if you start talking too fast with all those Z's. But I mean, a great shot by Denzi there, and you know, I mean, it was somewhat of a pass from North, but not necessarily what I was talking about. But you know, a goal is a goal, and a goal from Nebula, you know, in game 6, you know, with them down 3-2 in the series is definitely necessary. But as I say that, Godfather is able to put together an offensive attack, and you know, able to capitalize just off the mistake by Zin there. I mean, just not able to get that touch off the back wall. And I mean, really, when you have, I mean, you have to commit there as that 3rd man, but you know, you need to get that touch if you're Zin. So obviously, a great capitalization on that mistake there by Godfathers, and you know, we're back to 1 goal apiece, and neither team really looking the best of themselves this game. But you know, you got to be scrappy enough to get the win.
Yeah, you got to be scrappy here, and maybe that Forbidden Temple there causing a few mishaps, even in the Titan League, where teams will take advantage of everything. Any mistake, and Zen, he's got no boost. He's trying to get bumped there, but this one can be sent the other way, and now it's right back. A counterattack in your face there. It's off the post, but North, he's going to clear it out. Logan, he's got to try to get in the way here as Denzi trying to get that one. Nifty, going to come through off the backboard. Nebula, both Nebula and Godfather is fortunate they didn't get scored on there, as it was back-to-back counterattacks by both those teams. Now this ball popped up. Denzi was all over that one. He read Zenix like a book. He's going to block it off in the midfield, but Zen is right back to it. Off the corner, this ball popping up North. Almost got bumped there. This one sent down, but Zenix is going to find control, able to get it off to the side. This one out in the midfield opportunity. Denzi, he denied by Logan. This ball's popping up. Zen gonna find that touch, but North over the top of him. The shot coming through just off the post there. Logan able to get it off to the side as North trying to take control, trying to find something, but Zen was on that one. Denzi looking for something of his own here, taking it around. Not quite gonna find it down. This one, a nice little drop pass, and North is gonna come through. Oh my goodness! And just what Dr. Ventus ordered, a passing play.
Yeah, I mean, a great play there, and finally one that I had been hoping that Nebula would start doing. And it's a great pass there by Zinvez, and I mean, really, he's been that playmaker type all the time in this series, and really one of the only ones who's facilitated the passings that has netted them goals. And you know, I love to see it. Obviously, especially when I call out, that's exactly what they need to work on and focus on. And obviously when they do that, it makes me feel very smart. But I mean, a great play there by Nebula to allow them to take the lead in game 6.
Yeah, that's a huge goal for them right here as they're trying to force a game 7 here, trying to send us a Champions Field and a winner-take-all game, and battling back here against a Godfathers team who looked like they had their way with Nebula after that game 1, and they're trying to fire another one here. It's floating down, but maybe touched away. North able to get it off to the side for the moment. This ball up in the corner. Denzi, he finds one touch, looking to pop another one. Nice little touch up with North. He's got no boost. Zenix gonna try to race back here to get to that one. Zen taking it high. Denzi there on the backboard. This one dropping down into Logan's car. Down from the ceiling comes Denzi once more. Gonna make a huge touch to get that one away. And this Nebula team, they're trying to hold on, but can they do it much longer? It's on the goal line, but it's gonna be saved away. And Nebula Ventus, they somehow, some way, come out unscathed on Forbidden Temple.
Yeah, and I mean, it's crazy plays, and
Uh-oh.
we could have said Zen needs to score that, as he almost scores that one, and Logan just not able to get that read. But I mean, really, that Nebula defense is barely holding on. A triple commit came out, but luckily Denzi was able to get a follow-up touch, and a potential follow-up touch there, as he's able to put one, in the back of the net. And Nebula's actually going to go up 3-1 here when they had to survive that onslaught that Godfathers was putting on. But it seems like Godfathers made a little defensive misrotation there and just allowed Denzi to take in for a free net there.
And that was just such a nice play by Denzi, able to take it out, take control, and find that flick there, catching Godfathers off guard. And what a play by him right there to make that one happen and give his team a 2-goal lead as they're looking to battle back, looking to force that game 7, looking to keep their season hopes alive here. As this ball popped up, not a lot of boost for Denzi this time. Around the final 30 seconds, Godfathers looking to find one, but it's gonna be Nebula. It's gonna be Zin looking to send us to 7.
Yeah, and I mean, it's been a tale so far this game that, I mean, Godfathers just leaving, that last man too far up. I mean, Nebula had been crumbling on defense previously, but I mean, they've been able to make great saves, and this Godfathers team getting exposed, that they seem to be committing all of their players to the attack, especially when they have a lot of pressure. And so whenever Nebula is able to make those saves and relieve that pressure, it creates so many holes. As another shot and another goal comes in from Zin, and Nebula end up taking this game at least 5-1. I mean, potentially more, but I mean, this is not what I expected with Nebula really being able to score 3 goals in the span of 30 seconds.
Yeah, they're going to score those 3 goals, and they're going to score 4 unanswered here right now as they're looking to send us to 7. Godfather's looking for one more for the road, but not quite going to find it there this time. As this ball going to be pushed down, Nebula going to send it down in the midfield. And there you have it here. We're going to 7, Ventus, between these two teams who have battled it out in this one. And it's all going to come down to Champions Field. One more game to either move on or go home.
Yeah, I mean, this series has been so back and forth. I mean, even in this game, Godfather still outshot Nebula 11-8 and had 4 demos as well, which means that they had sustained pressure on this Nebula team. But this Nebula team actually able to make the defensive saves, really communicate on defense. And besides that one mishap where Dinzy had to make an awkward commit off the back wall and was not able to get the touch, I mean, that was the only Godfather's goal. So really shutting down Godfather's ability to create plays there. And I mean, if Nebula can do that, they look poised to be able to take this game 7. But obviously, I expect Godfathers to make a little change here and there, and really understand that maybe Xenix needs to stay a little bit further back as that third man, as I know Zen and Logan both love to play super aggressive and make those cuts in rotation to keep pressure. And so maybe if you're Xenix, you gotta really understand that what your role in this team is that you are kind of that solid rock, and kind of what North has been, and really what Denzi turned into in the later half of this series. And maybe you just gotta accept the fact that you need to focus more on rotation. As a great goal comes out from Logan, just a nice play on the kickoff, a good speed flip there by Xenix, a good 50 to by Zen to just to force the ball right towards Logan, and Logan obviously able to capitalize on the open net and put one there to give Godfathers lead. And this is what I was talking about. I mean, I did not think Godfathers would sit there and allow this Nebula team to win this easily, as another goal comes out there off another kickoff by Xenix, a good beat there by Zen, able to force a bad touch by Zinvez, and Denzi just not able to get the touch as he was respawning from getting demoed. And a great team play there off the kickoff again from the Godfathers. And we haven't really seen many kickoff goals come out, but a lot of kickoff aggression from this Godfathers really allowed them to score 2 goals early in this game 7.
Yeah, and with the Titan League, these goals have been hard to come by. And in a hard-fought series like this, when you get to Game 7, giving up 2 goals, you got to find an answer, and you really got to find one quickly here. If you're Nebula, you can't let this game just kind of float by you and just let it drag on and let Godfathers lock you down here, as they did in some of the earlier games when they went up 3-1. Nebula, with that battle back, with that resolve, they can definitely bring us to a tied game here, but they're gonna have to work for it. Godfathers aren't gonna let him have it, and Denzi, he's trying to make him have it right here. Here's that one. It can be saved away by Xenix. Sent back in. The touch gonna come through, but Zen, not a lot of boost. Looking to try to find the flick down, but Logan, knowing his teammates boost him out, allowing him to get that touch there. This one off the sidewall. Xenix looking for that redirect, but Zinvez, he's all over it. His North. Send this one to the backboard, but Zen is waiting. Gonna find that booming clear. This one sent down Zinvez. He's got to get up to it. He's gonna find that touch as Xenix. Send it down now. Denzi push this one towards the backboard. It's an awkward ball. Not gonna find that touch. Looking for the read down, but oh my goodness, Zen. He comes out the backboard, but here comes North looking for the shot there. It's gonna be saved away yet again. That was a huge save right there, Ventus, by the Godfathers to put it away as they're trying to attack now on offense.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first time that we've really seen Godfathers put together a defensive stand where, a lot of the times when Nebula started to gain pressure is because the Godfathers were too aggressive. A great shot there by Zen, just saved away by North. And, I mean, the Godfathers looking like the former of themselves, where they're able to take these 2 games. An unfortunate instant challenge there. A great challenge there by Xenix. Godfathers able to hang on. Another play comes out, Xenix having to bail out Logan with low boost, another Zen taking it off Xenix. I mean, just great play from Godfathers so far in this game, and it's definitely something that we strayed away from in that game 6 on Forbidden Temple. So, I mean, Godfathers looking, like the dominant versions of themselves so far in this game.
And that's what we saw in those games 2 through 4, where they were able to put the hammer to Nebula. But Nebula, they were so close on that opportunity there to find one in, and like I mentioned, you need to find one here with some time on the clock. You can't let this get under a minute when you score your opportunity. It'll still be possible if you could score with even a second on the clock here, but you got to try to find one quickly, build some momentum, get a good reset off the kickoff here. And Zed, oh my goodness, he tries to put it in, but Xenix, he can't finish it off there. That one almost could have been one of those early daggers here in a game 7, as this one sent back. Xenix gonna find a touch there. This one, a dangerous ball. North, he's trying to fire it in. Did he catch him off guard? He did. A big mistake in the midfield. And North, he's gonna capitalize.
Yeah, I mean, that's a massive mistake there. I mean, Xenix not able to get that touch. Logan putting it right in front of North, and obviously North is not going to miss that shot, able to put it in the net, before Zen able to get back and, this Nebula team showing signs of life now. I mean, North obviously the big component in that with a goal and 2 saves, and I mean we're really looking for Nebula to step up here. I mean they showed what they could do in game 6 and in game 1, and really, they got to find that version of themselves here. Is a great save by North,
Oh, it's
pitching it
open.
off his own post, and a demo came out,
Oh,
but Logan just like able to respawn and get back in time, and this Godfather's team just able to hold on so far. But I mean, Nebula starting to gain pressure, but that was all off of North and his insane, defensive play there, where he was able to pinch it off his own post.
yeah, that was a crazy pinch to clear it away, and he was so close to resulting in a goal there. But Logan, he spawned on that side, got the opportunity, and this one, it's floating. The midfield opportunity shot is going to go wide as we're under 60 seconds remaining. Nebula, they are on the attack here. They're trying to push it through, trying to tie this up here, North. They're going to drop it down, but not quite, as Denzi, he's taking control, taking to the ceiling, looking for that one, but Zenix with a great 50, able to relieve some pressure. Gonna snag that boost there, trying to give his team some space. This one, long off the backboard, trying to send it down. Touch attempt coming through there from North. Zinvez pops it up. This one off the backboard. It's dropping down. Awkward for Nebula. Zenix trying to finish it off, but Nebula, no boost. Zenix finds another touch here. And now the time is ticking. Nebula, maybe one more opportunity here to try to get it away. The Godfathers are smothering them though. Denzi out of the midfield. Zenix, they're taking all the boost here, trying to end their season. Nebula, do they have some sort of escape here? Last chance, Zinvez. He's going to flick it down. It's to the corner. The ball off the side there. It's going to be pinched down. And the Godfathers are going to hold on in 7, and they're moving on to the semis.
Yeah, definitely a nail biter there. As Godfather's almost conceded, and I mean a great overall play from both these teams. I mean, I don't want to knock what Nebula was able to do here, and really force this game 7, as they did play great, and they did outshoot Godfathers this time, and North played fantastic in this game 7, and really, Nebula just missed a little bit of that aggression and a little bit of that team play, is other than those couple times where they had a couple infield passes, which they scored almost every single time from those infield passing. I mean, we just did not see enough of that, and obviously Godfathers played really well. I mean, we're able to generate so much pressure, so mechanical, all like so many solo plays, so many redirects. I mean, the Nebula had their work cut out for them, and it was just proved to be a little bit too much for them. And congrats to the Godfathers, and they'll be moving on and taking Pinnacle, and obviously we're gonna look to see if they can continue this dominance in future games.
Yeah, we will definitely have to see. But yeah, that was a great series by them, and good on them to get that early lead. And that's what happens in those game deciding, game or match deciding games there, where you get into game 7, you go down early, and Nebula just couldn't dig out of that hole. And you got to give props to the Godfathers for putting them in that hole and then holding on at the end to move on. And yeah, like you mentioned, they're going to be going up against Pinnacle, the number 2 seed. So the Titan League is set up for some bangers out there. Inferno Venganza, Pinnacle versus Godfathers. It's set to be a good show. So you guys aren't going to want to miss it. A couple quick things too, though, before we end off the stream for the night here. Quick shout out to our premium subscribers here. I'm gonna throw them up on the screen. Shout out to all of them, but especially Challenger Plus, Flame Intruder, Jax, Wiggle, Eco, Cow, and Street Soul. Much appreciated for all the support there. Reminder, you guys can get some inside Nemesis perks here, access to different channels in the Discord, and other cool features such as match records, past season stats, by subscribing in the Discord and supporting us. Helps fund our prize pool and keep Nemesis running. So if you guys are interested, definitely go check that out in the server shop in the Nemesis Discord. But yeah, either way, we appreciate everyone hanging out here. Ventus, it was a crazy round 1 here, and going next week into the semifinals. I know you got to be excited to see how things are going to turn out in all 5 leagues.
Oh yeah, I'm so excited. I mean, hopefully I'll be able to cast a lot of the games, and be able to really be here and get to experience it firsthand, and hopefully that'll be the case. And I mean, I'm just super excited. I mean, so many of these series, especially that I've casted, have gone the distance, have been crazy upsets, and I mean, we're only in the round one of playoffs. I mean, there's plenty of more to come in this upcoming week on Monday and Wednesday. I mean, the round two of playoffs will, I hope, will be even better than the round one, and I'm super excited.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree with you more, partner, as it is going to be a great show. You don't want to miss it. We'll be back on Monday for day one of the semifinals. And then, like Ventus mentioned, Wednesday is the second day of the semifinals. So we'll determine all of our grand finalists next week. And then 2 weeks from now, we'll have the grand finals where the champions will be decided for season 11, our full reset. It's been a long time coming with this full reset, but it's given us some content and still some more to come. So make sure you guys stick around for that one. Not tonight, but next week. Make sure you guys follow